Top of the fifth inning, still 2-0 Arizona. The score, Owen Kramkowski, superb through 4. Back out there, the U of A starter, and he has been cruising in this one. Cavan Malayter, Brendan Paul with you. Drew McChesney steps in, first pitch. Takes a breaking ball off the plate. That's how the inning gets going. Arizona threatened in the last half inning to tack on a couple of more crucial insurance runs. Ended up being shut out on one hit with one error and 2 left on base. The 1-0 clips the top part of the strike zone, evens out the count.
And think about this going forward. If Arizona's able to hold on in this game, this really becomes an advantage. They have not even had to use the bullpen pitcher, and if they won, they'd be in the semis.
1-1, fastball high and tight. And McChesney gets up. Kramkowski so far, 4 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball. He has struck out 6. And he's only thrown 59 pitches to this point. Works out of the stretch with no one on base, the 2-1. Breaking ball nearly clipped the back foot. They appeal down to third. Doug Williams says no swing. And it's a hitter's count for McChesney, who made a nice, really difficult catch at the wall to end the last half inning. He's shown his skills on both sides of the baseball over the last couple of days here in Arlington. 3-1. Swinging a foul straight back behind home. McChesney, yesterday in the tournament opener against Arizona State, a go-ahead RBI double. A couple of nice catches out there in center field where there's a lot of open real estate here at Globe Life Field. 3-2 the pitch. Down and in. And it's the first walk that Kramkowski has issued this morning.
Good take from McChesney. Getting back on base here, starting a rally in the 5th. And although it's been a dominant outing from Kramkowski, the tying run comes to the plate.
And this game starts to have a similar feeling to the one that BYU played in yesterday, where the game felt a lot more blown open than it actually was when you look at the scoreboard. BYU gave ASU a lot of chances yesterday, and the Sun Devils didn't capitalize. Runner on first base for Watkins. And before that, Kramkowski checks over, and diving in safely is McChesney. BYU winning that game 2-0. And because of how cold the ASU offense was, it felt like that 2-0 lead for BYU was like 15-0, when in reality, anytime ASU got a base runner on, the tying run comes to the plate. Similar spot here for the Cougars, trailing by 2. First pitch to Watkins. He's taken for a strike on the outside corner.
It's looking exactly like that. 6 left on for Arizona. Just can't quite get that third run across. But BYU has really been held in check for the most part so far.
And struggling to score against BYU has been a theme for Arizona. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Strike 2, slider down and away. Two teams met up in mid-April for the 3-game conference series. Arizona won 2 out of 3. However, despite winning the series, Arizona was actually outscored that weekend 21-17 by BYU. Long hole from Kramkowski, the 0-2. That just fouled back off the very tip of the bat from Watkins, and he stays alive.
Crew McChesney over there at first. 11 for 14 on stolen bases, one of the best on this BYU lineup. Getting some words from Adam Law over there at first base, former Tulsa Driller player, coaching first base for the Cougars.
The 0-2. Fastball just missed the outside corner. Guzman has trouble securing it. Lots of professional baseball experience on both coaching staffs. You have the former big league manager Chip Hale as the skipper for this U of A side. His coaching staff littered with former big leaguers, big league coaches. That's part of the appeal. Obviously, Arizona, a very historic baseball program. You look at some of the notable alumni they have, but to help with the next generation, you bring in a guy like Chip Hale, who is an Arizona alum, but also brings in tons of big league experience to try to help develop players to get them to the next level.
Indeed, he also managed the D-backs, so has that MLB pedigree, and he's done a good job. Was Pac-12 Manager of the Year last year, final one for that conference of its current state. and has put together a pretty good roster this season so far.
36 wins in the regular season, most for Arizona since 2021. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up first base side. It'll find its way into the stands. We're in the top of the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Arizona. No one out and a runner on first base for BYU with a chance to tie the game. Brock Watkins 0 for 1 in this one, battling here against Kramkowski. Righty sets, delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase it, a cutter down and away. And a big first out for Kramkowski.
And he needed that. He's been dominating all day, as we've talked about, but this one started to spiral on him a little bit if he wasn't careful. Gave up the leadoff walk to McChesney. A prolonged at bat to the 7-hole hitter in Watkins. Gets the punch out, and now 1 ground ball, and you're done through 5.
It's Matt Hansen, the DH, batting from the left side, who struck out looking to start the 3rd. Righty-lefty, runner fakes the steals, the pitch cut on and miss. Guzman hops out in front of the plate and pumps a throw down to second base. So McChesney nearly fooled everyone. He does have that speed that you highlighted a couple of moments ago. Hansen 1 for 2 off the bench yesterday with a single in the 9th inning against Arizona State in the opening round. Double plate up the middle, the 0-1. Swinging a dribbler up on the 3rd base line. It's foul. And once again, Kramkowski and another 2-strike count.
Very favorable, and really does a lot of detriment to the hitter when you're that far behind. You kind of have to swing at everything almost. You're playing defensively instead of trying to attack the pitcher.
Kramkowski stares at McChesney off first. Up 0-2 in this at-bat. And the pitch. Fastball. Tries to get him at the knees, just a little bit inside at 93. And the one thing you learn about this BYU team, they're not going to chase a lot. They're going to work a lot of deep counts. They're not going to chase outside the zone that much. Kramkowski has gotten them to open their strike zones, something very uncharacteristic for them this season. And I'll check on McChesney, who's back in there with a dive with the right hand. Long hold, and the 1-2. Swinging a foul ball just towards the first base dugout.
Another pretty long at bat here from Hansen in the 8th spot. Doesn't want to go down swinging again. Got down 0-2 quickly, took a ball, and now just fouling him off, and that's exactly what you want out of your bottom of the order, trying to stay in it.
Long hold, righty ready with another 1-2 pitch. Slider down and in. Hansen saw it through, saw it well. It was something that this BYU team showed the entire conference yesterday. They worked 12 free passes in their win over Arizona State a day ago. 2-2 now to Hansen. On the way. Swinging a fly ball, slicing towards the left center field gap. Long run for Andrew Kane, who makes the catch in the alleyway. McChesney retreats back to first base, so it's a long second out of the frame.
And contrary to the walks they drew that were record-setting yesterday, they've already done it 7 times today. They struck out 18 times yesterday, which is the most in a Big 12 tournament game. But hey, they can't think about it too much. They won the game 2-0.
This time of year, it doesn't matter how you do it. It just matters that you do it. And for a team like BYU, who needs to win the Big 12 championship in order to get to the NCAA tournament, it's all that matters at this point. Here's Parker Goff, the number 9-hole hitter. Bats from the right side. And before he sees a pitch, McChesney dives back into first safely.
And there's a couple of teams that had some gritty wins yesterday and some wins that might help boost their at-large status. Oklahoma State and Cincinnati, both trying to get in.
First pitch to Goff is an excuse-me swing that he went too far around. It's called for strike 1. And you see Oklahoma State and Cincinnati will come up later in the day. They play Kansas and West Virginia respectively. And now it's an opportunity for both those programs in which a win today for either of them at this point, as here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball left side. It sneaks through the 5-6 hole for a base hit to left. Nice job by Parker Goff. Didn't hit it well, but found a hole and flips the lineup card over.
Good piece of hitting. Parker Goff had a lot of open space down that third base side and sneaks one where Mikalakis isn't quite getting to that one. So 2 aboard here, and all of a sudden it's the first jam we've seen from Kramkowski.
It's Tate Gamble who comes on up representing the top of the order. The left-handed hitter's 0 for 2 with a looking and swinging strikeout today. First pitch to him. He swings the first pitch, grounds it weakly to first. Splain gloves it, and he'll take it to the bag himself to retire the side. BYU get a pair on base, but nothing comes of it. They go to the last of the 5th inning. It's still 2-0 Arizona. This is college baseball on Blaze Radio.